Shelley Winter Show, live, local.
Topical.
And
relevant.
Thank you, brother. I drew a blank there for a second. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Live, local, topical, and relevant. I have there are rumors flying amongst Democrat circles, and I'm here to bring you the rumors. Now, like I said, these are rumors, but I tend to believe them when several people, very in-the-know people, call me up to tell me that about these rumors. The rumor is that Lucy Mcbath, Congresswoman, I apologize, that Congresswoman Lucy Mcbath is going to not run for re-election, and she may run for another seat. I don't know what that seat is. I don't know. I can speculate, but I don't know what that seat is. I know she had started an exploratory committee last year in March and then took it down because of her the health of her husband. So I don't know what the seat is. I know she's not dropping out of politics because she's still a viable politician. She still can raise money, and she's very young. So I don't think she's stepping down to ride off into the sunset. But when I heard these rumors, I started thinking about Barry Loudermilk, who said yesterday, we talked about it last night on the show, who said yesterday that he's not going to be running for re-election at all. And I said, oh, wow, and then when I heard this rumor, was told this rumor today by several people about Lucy Mcbath, I said, well, wait a minute, maybe Barry Loudermilk is stepping down to run for another office. It's got money, the Loudermilk name, recognizable. Like I said last night, a hard worker in the Congress, a serious congressman. But I didn't hear anything about him, but I have been hearing for most of today that the rumors are that Lucy Mcbath is not going to run for re-election, and I don't know what she's going to do next. When we hear, we will let you know. I can speculate, however, based on what she talked about doing last year. But I don't know. And I don't want to go. I don't want to speculate too far out. But those are the rumors that Lucy Mcbath may not be running or will not be running for re-election, and will be running for higher office. So we will keep that. We will keep looking at that. And you heard it here first. And so you'll be able to say, oh, wow, Shelley told us that on Thursday. It's what I do. And it does open up a lot. I mean, what if, I'm not going to speculate. You could play that game in your cars as you're driving. When we know for sure what's happening next, then we will have that conversation. I do want to announce a friend of mine. She is, her name is Stacey Garel. She's a Democrat. She just announced a couple minutes ago that she's running for State House in District 91. District 91 is held now by Angela Moore. And Angela Moore is a decent, I know her very well. She's a nice lady. I'm not sure how effective she's been in the State House. And this young lady, Stacey Garel, has announced today that she's going to run for that seat. And I encourage my Dekalb conservatives to get to know her and talk to her because a Democrat's going to win, right? And so this is the way I see it. When you're in a red district and you live in a red district, or you're in a county with all blue districts, the best thing you can do is get to know the Democrats running and then see who aligns with much of what you like. You're not going to find common ground in everything. You're not even going to find common ground in 60% of things. But if you could find common ground on 40% of things, then you should help that Democrat win, because a Republican's not going to win in these districts. And so the next best thing to do, if you're a Democrat in a red district, you should do the same thing. The next best thing to do is say, well, can we agree on these things? Would you help get these things done? Because we all agree on these things. And then you work with that person to get them elected so they'll work on those things that you agree with. Even if it's 10, 15, 20, 30%. Doesn't matter. At least get the person in there that you like as much as you can without being so partisan, because if you're a Republican in a blue district or a Democrat in a red district, you're just sitting at home not being able to control anything that goes on in your local areas at the state level, at the Senate level, or even at the commission level. One of the smartest things Lorraine Cochran Johnson did, very brilliant. I was totally supportive of it when she did it. She met with the DeKalb County GOP. She went to one of their breakfasts close to that election, and she spoke to them, and she told them what she was trying to get done if she was elected. The Democrats tried to call her a Republican in disguise. That didn't work at all, and she won. She won, and it was a very smart move. And they knew she's not a Republican. She knows she's not a Republican, but she was able to talk to them about the things they did agree on: better schools, lower taxes, law and order. And she's done so far. Lorraine Cochran Johnson's been an absolute A+ in her running as the DeKalb County CO. She's done a wonderful job. She's handled emergencies. She's handled shooting deaths by her police staff. She's also handled senior issues. She's handling the water issues. She's done a bang-up job so far. And Republicans helped get her elected, and she works with everybody. So I say that same thing for look at State House District 91. Her name is Stacey Garel. Look her up, and hopefully we can get her over the finish line. 404-872-0750, 1-800, my brother, WSB Talk. We will be right back.